What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net coming at you live from my craft room here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as I do Monday through Friday, bringing you junk journal content and videos. So if that's what you're into, please do subscribe and give me a little thumbs up on this video. Hi, Diane. Is it Diane or Diana? I always forget, and please forgive me. Diane or Diane? I remember it's one of those two. So here we are on part 2 of this junk journal, sewing themed junk journals. So last night, Diana. Okay, Diana. Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. I think it's because I see so many E's in your name. It doesn't make sense. Sometimes I try and equate somebody's username to what their real name is, and sometimes it makes nice sense. And with you, it doesn't because there's no A in your usernames. I mean, that's just me. That's my issue. Hi, Kimberly. Okay, so last night what we did was we made our cover. We covered it with fabric. We made the inside cover as well. And now we put that off to the side. I always like to work on the covers first. But anyways, now we are off to working on, I need to make the trim, which for me is these like ruffle pleats thing that I do. And so I'm going to be using this fabric. And normally I use different fabrics, but I think for these journals, I'm just going to stick to this one fabric. This is actually, I think this was a curtain. Yeah, I think this was curtain fabric. I always buy fabrics at the thrift store. So I want to say that this was a curtain. Okay, so me and my design team are going to be doing a YouTube hop. I believe it's on October 17th. It's in a month. And me and my team are going to be showing off doing junk journals that are using my new printable kit, which is a sewing themed kit. And everybody's going to be showing up a project. And so I am here. I'm working on mine. I'm making 2 of them. So if you see 2 pages of the same kind, that's why. I've got my printer going to print out background papers. I printed all the pages, and then I need to print on the back of them because I don't have any more scrapbook paper. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to all my scrapbook paper, but I guess I used it all up. So I am printing. I have some stock, some digi scrapbook designs. You know what I mean? Some digi scrapbook patterns. So, I used to make this. Like, this is a stock image that I got in the background, and then I put the clip art over it. But I'm just printing out patterns on the back of some of these. These are some of the pattern papers that come with the kit itself. And yeah, I've got my printer going on that. So that's coming up. If you hear my printer, sorry. I should have probably stopped it. But, so we're going to work on ruffles, pleats. Hi, Cheryl. Hi. I think I already said hi to Kimberly. Hi, Gian. Hi. So what I need is a piece of chipboard. So I'm going to use this oven ready lasagna box. That's not going to work. So I use a very high-tech tool that I source from Untitled Chapter. Okay, there's a piece of pasta. This lasagna that I made is so good. It was so good. Okay. Goodness me. I just need a piece of this, guys. I just need a little itty bitty piece, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here. Yeah. Okay. We're good. We're getting there. I just need a I need 1/2 inch. Is what I believe. No, 1/4 inch, 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch. Which I believe is this 3/4 inch. No, this is 1/2 inch. Nope, it's 1/2 inch. And I could probably have used a better piece of chipboard. This is a little loose. This is, I need more like a cereal box. Hang on. It's not a very high-tech tool, but it needs to be a little bit sturdier than that. Yeah, you know what? This cereal box is slightly thicker. This lasagna box is not going to work out. It's just too flimsy. I need it to be a little bit stronger. So this time. I should have had this done. I'm sorry. Should have been professional. Apologize. Oh, this box just needs to open. I just literally need a piece. There you go. I'm opening this box in like the weirdest way possible, so that doesn't work. That doesn't help either. Okay, hang on. If I break my pair of scissors, I will be so upset. I'm always kicking stuff around my craft area. When I go live, I always just like drop stuff on the ground. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you're here, Miss Gianne. I'm trying to make it a little bit earlier, so I'm going live at 8 o'clock every night now. So far, it's worked out. So far, 1 month. Okay, so now what I need is 1/2 inch. All right, 1/2 inch sounds correct. It's just literally 10% less flimsy than the other piece. Okay, I think this should be fine. 1/2 inch looks about right. Because 3/4 inch, you could really make these any size you want. Yeah, 3/4 inch is too big. Yeah, that's too big. Okay, so 1/2 inch piece of chipboard. You can make yourself a couple if you're going to be using them. And normally they're about 6 inches long. Okay, so actually I need to make a bobbin. Ugh, I forgot, you guys. Sorry. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody? I can't believe I'm like, I should have done all this. Oh, and then you're also going to need like a little pokey tool. Now you could use a, what's it called? A seam ripper. You could use a seam ripper. You just need something pokey, or possibly even one of those, maybe perhaps one of these. One of these. I'm going to be using this here. I think somebody said it's like a cuticle pusher or something. Is what I believe somebody said. Let me get some, I need some pink. Pink. Okay, cool. I have this pink, and I already have a bobbin. Sweet. Okay, this would be perfect. Just a little pink color here. Thank you, Miss Kimberly. I love it too. Honestly, it's one of my favorites. It's one of my top favorites, I'm going to say. Okay, so I don't need to make a bobbin. Never mind. Yay. here, goes to the back. And right, I just have my regular foot in right now. No walking foot, just regular foot. My printer is just going and going and going. I had to reset it because so this is happening. This has happened to many of my printers. And I've been buying pretty much exclusively Epson EcoTinks now for a number of years. Number of years. The strip of paper here that you want, strip of fabric. It's 1 inch, and you can make it as long as you want. Normally, I would want to switch fabrics and use different fabrics, but for this journal, I'm just going to use this one fabric. So this is like a really long piece, which is another reason why I'm using it, because I want it to be a long piece. And we are just going to be using a straight stitch and hang on, you guys, my sewing foot is too far. So I'm going to have to plug it in from the front, which I normally don't even do. Anyways, it's just like getting on my nerves. Okay. So we're going to start this. We're going to want to be in the middle. I got a straight stitch, and I'm going to do 3-point length. I got a little piece of chipboard here, and I'm just going to put it in underneath the fabric up against as far as up against the foot as it'll go. Tuck in the fabric and sew. Oh, I want my needle to finish down when it's done. So here I kind of messed up, because I should have started stitching already on this ruffle, or working it or making it work. There we go. That's what I need. Tuck in the fabric. Anyway, so my Epson printer, what it does is after you print it, a lot of prints, I don't even know how many prints, it has a counter, right? So my Epson printer, I don't know if other printers do it. I think they do. But they all have a counter of how many pages they'll print before supposedly they need to be serviced. So I think you're supposed to take them to some Epson headquarters in California and get the printer serviced. I don't know, something about the ink pad. So your printer, after it prints with too much ink, or I don't know how it uses up too much ink, but then it throws all the excess ink onto these pads that are in your printer. And so these pads can only hold so much ink. And once they reach the allotted amount of ink that they're supposed to be able to absorb, they're supposed to be replaced, the pads. Now, I don't know where all over the United States they do this, but near me, it's in California somewhere. And so that's pretty much unrealistic. So I would normally buy warranties for my printer. So now we've come in here to the end. And I'm going to grab the next strip. And since it's the same fabric, it doesn't even matter. I put it over the fabric like this, over the piece of chipboard and the fabric there that I already tucked. And I'm going to go ahead and just tuck this in underneath that, and we'll just continue. So these pads, technically you could buy them, online, if you look up your printer, if there's printer part numbers for everything, just like there is for sewing machines. And technically, you could buy them, but in the middle of the pandemonium that happened, whenever that happened, seems like it was just yesterday. But anyways, whenever that happened, my printer, that happened to my printer. I bought a printer from Walmart. Anytime it tells me your printer ink pads need to be replaced, it's normally time for me to. I've normally purchased my printers from Office Depot. They have great warranty, you guys. I don't know if they've changed it, but Office Depot has a great warranty. I think I paid like $50 for my. I paid, so I got it when my friend used to work there. So he gave me his discount. And then I got the extended warranty for $50. And with that $50 from that initial printer, every year I was able to go back and buy the newest model printer and just pay $50 for another warranty. So I know for like 5 years. Oops, what happened here? So for like 5 years, I just used the same warranty over and over to kind of get a new printer because every year my printer would die. And by die, I mean it would say that it needs to have the ink pads replaced or serviced or whatever it says. And I didn't know this whole time there's actually a fix for this. So like I said, this has been happening to me for years now, that the printers die, that they need to have the pads replaced, yada, 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 it says. And finally, during the pandemonium, I went out and I bought, my warranty had expired from Office Depot. I guess I didn't pay attention or whatever. I would normally pay attention every year before the warranty expired. I'd go out and get one. But my printer was good for a while, I guess. And so I bought a printer from Walmart. I bought an EcoTank printer from Walmart. It was like $200. And I was highly suspicious. Angie, hi Angie from Arkansas, hello. And so I was highly suspicious because the warranty for this new printer was only like $15. And I was like, that's cool, but that's also strange. Okay, now I know. Don't trust Walmart warranties. Walmart warranties are no good. They're just no good. It only took it a couple of months it didn't even take it a year for this printer to say, oh, the ink pad has been reached. Now, I do print a lot. I really do. I print a lot. And took it back to Walmart, and they said, no, you have to call this number. Like, I had to call Epson, and Epson's like, yeah, come get the ink pads replaced in California. That doesn't even make any sense, you guys. Like, so I paid for $15 for nothing, basically. $50 for nothing, and now I was stuck with this printer, and the warranty didn't give me a new one, so I couldn't just keep doing my little thing that I've been doing for years. And so I finally looked it up. What should I do? And so there's like this. There's this video. Karen, hi Karen. There was this video where this guy shows you how to replace those pads. And you basically turn them into, you take out the pads and you do some conversion, something. There's this little part that like plugs into the printer. And then it plugs into a bottle. It's literally a bottle. And this little plastic tube drains the ink from the printer, and instead of putting it in the ink pads, it puts it in this bottle. And there's also this service where you can reset the printer. So like I said, every printer has a number of pages that it can print before it dies. Technically, it needs to be serviced. And so this service resets that number. And so I had to do that today for the second time now, because I guess I reached the number of pages that I could print. So I paid $10 and I can reset my printer. And so now I don't have to like throw a printer away. Like if I had known this, I would have never even bothered with the warranty. I would have kept the printer I had a long time ago and just reset the counter. I had no idea. I feel like I'm wasting so many printers. Oh, no, that sounds tricky. I reached 2 TV in the cloud, and they said no one does that and can't help me. Oh, I love how you're sewing that ruffle. Oh, yeah, these ruffles are coming together so nicely. And luckily, I'm only making 2 journals, so I don't need to make that many ruffles or pleats. Technically, these are pleats. If you want to get technical. Some people want to get technical, and that's okay. These are pleats. But I got my printer reset, and I'm back to printing. Just had to pay $10. Put in the little code that they sent me in the email, and it reset my printer. I don't know how they do it, but I don't know. It's good now. It is good. It stopped printing. It told me you can't print no more. You got to get this serviced. I'm like, okay. So now I have this bottle attached to my printer, and I've had this system now for about a year. This is the second time I have to reset my printer, and the bottle is sitting at like an inch and a half of ink inside this bottle. And I guess it's just going to keep accumulating in there. I don't know. Every time you print a lot of stuff, your printer, sometimes, your printer makes weird noises. Sometimes what it's doing is it's sending the extra ink. I don't know where it gets it from. And it throws it into these pads. And like I said, I replaced the pads with the bottle. So I can physically see the printer throwing ink into this bottle. It's gathered a lot of ink. Hang on. There we go. That's what we want. Normally, I would be using different fabrics, but for this journal, I just wanted to use this one fabric. So I'm just tucking them in. It's, to install it was a little bit messy. I had my husband do it, and it was kind of hard because you had to like open the printer, but you couldn't open it too much because if you do, something happens. I don't know. It was a little. I saw him get a little frustrated because I'm like, watch this video and do this, please. And he was getting flustered because, like I said, and I had to help him because you had to hold the printer and you gotta take out the pads, and then you gotta install this little converter, and then you gotta put it back together. But you know what? Once you get it done, I've had this printer now forever, and I've never had any of my printers last me that long. Like I said, they used to say, oh, the ink pad is full. But now I just reset it. It's like, okay, it's even better. Of course, Miss Angie. Like I said, this fabric is 1 inch wide. I've done this with narrower fabrics, but 1 inch wide is my favorite for this trim. What are you doing, Bobo? Of course, he has to come stand on the cereal box I cut up. And this little piece, you see, it's starting to get like bent for me holding it. You want to make yourself like a little handle kind of. So that's what I'm saying, 6 inches perfect. And I've tried using thicker, fancier chipboard, thinking, oh, I can make one that'll last me a little bit longer. It doesn't work. You kind of want the printed boxes that have this like printed side, and that kind of makes it smooth for it to glide out. Somehow I find that that's like important for this technique. And normally I would use shorter fabric pieces, but since this is all kind of the same fabric, it doesn't matter how long it is. So these are pretty long. These are probably like 18 inches, I would say. But normally, whatever size you start off with, you're going to end up only about half of the fabric. So if you don't torture yourself, don't use anything smaller than like 12 inches probably, because then it ends up being 6 inches. If you get a 6 inch, it's only 3 inches. So I wouldn't I wouldn't really do anything shorter than 12, so then you end up with a 6-inch piece. But sometimes it is fun to have the fabrics change, to have the fabrics, do a quick change. That's fun. But this is the way I always make my ruffles. It's not the fastest method, and there are quicker ways, but I like how this works for me. This just works good for me, and I like doing them like this. And, usually I just throw on something on TV, something you kind of already know, or like a podcast you don't really need to look at. And normally I'll put on something that I don't need to like constantly, look for the next video because you're pretty much busy. Of course, you can always stop. If you ever make a mistake, you could always cut the mistake out and then join them back together. So it's pretty easy going. This is, like I said, 1/2 inch on the piece of chipboard. You could do them wider. You could definitely do 1 inch or whatever, but I like 1/2 inch. I pretty much exclusively only make them 1/2 inch because that's just the size I like. Could I make it out of a cutting mat from Dollar Tree? As long as it's smooth, I suppose, Angie. I've never thought about doing it out of a plastic. You can always try. I mean, it's just a little piece. Cut out and try it. Like I said, it's about 6 inch by 1/2 inch. Karen says it's fun to watch you do that, like as Daisy with Daisy Duck. Okay, Miss Angie, you have yourself a good night. Or Miss Karen, sorry. Miss Karen, thank you so much for stopping by. So now I've got a nice little long piece. Luckily, like I said, I really only need about a 9-inch piece and I do about 4 of these per page. You could do more, but then they kind of end up sticking out a little bit. So we'll do this for a little bit longer. Luckily, I don't, like I said, it's just 2 journals. For me, that's like nothing. For me, I'm normally doing like 4 journals, 6 journals, 10 journals. So I'm like, oh, 2 journals? That's nothing. That's nothing. I could do that in my sleep. And you could always end it, and then you could pick it up tomorrow, the next day. This is a pretty good project you could always come back to and add more to it, or just make what you need to make and call it a day. I'll go on my printer. Ooh, my pages are all done. How exciting. You can see them. I feel like they just came out the oven. Of course, I need my ruffles before I can put my signatures together because I need my ruffles or pleats or whatever you want to call them. Like I said, in the junk journal world, if I call them ruffles, nobody will call me out. Except for some other people, but these are technically pleats. To some people, it matters. Apparently. They have ruffle makers, but you kind of have to use a very wide piece of fabric, and I don't like that. I like this 1-inch size. It's like the perfect size. Angie, you're watching from bed. Nice. All comfy. All comfy. I love my bed. If I get in my bed, I'm going to sleep. Like, sometimes you're not even sleepy, but you get in that bed. It's like a big old marshmallow. I love my bed. Oh my God. You don't even mean to, and then next thing you know, it's 3 hours later. Let's see. I'm going to pick it up here with the fabric underneath. Luckily, this is almost like a very slow process kind of project. So like I said, it's It's really not going too fast with this. It's very, very slow. Okay, we're gonna go back to pages. Okay, this is great. Like I said, I didn't have any. I ran out of the scrapbook paper. I don't know how. I was looking through my stash and I'm like, I was just at Hobby Lobby. I was just at Joann's. I was just everywhere. And I didn't look at scrapbook paper. And I just can't. I didn't think about it. Anyways, I was able to, like I said, just find some digi scrapbook paper that I have, and I changed some of the colors around to kind of match the kit. So there's a lot of pinks and a lot of grays, because gray looks pretty cute. And then some like little hearts. I love normally printing, on the back of scrapbook paper, but I just literally, I don't know, I just somehow used it all up. I don't know how. But this way I was kind of able to get more of the same color scheme. So they kind of coordinate. And these are, like I said, these are 2 kits here. So we'll work on the signatures later. After I get this done here. I'm going to do this for about another half hour. And then maybe we could switch over to working on the signatures. I really got to get this journal done. But of course, this is only part 2. So I still need to make embellishments. I still need to spend about a day cutting out all the clip art files. I need to cut out all the tags. So maybe I'll spend tomorrow doing that. I can finish up printing tonight. And spend the rest of the day tomorrow using my little scanning cut and getting everything cut out to prepare to start making embellishments. This is this is gonna be a journey, you guys. That's why I got a month. And normally, if I had to make a journal right now from scratch, I could probably get a journal made, decorated in about 3 days. But because I don't have anything in this theme, so, I have to make embellishments. I have to cut out the clip art. It's a lot. I have to make pockets. It's a lot. It's a lot to do, but, it's fun. And so that's why we do it. That's why we're here. And, of course, after I do get the signatures together, then there's the whole thing of sewing them in, gluing them cover. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I have a month to do it, and I think I can get it done. I literally cannot, for the life of me, make just one junk journal. Like, if it was, Daisy, make one junk journal to save your life, I would still be like, but I can make 2. Let me make 2. And I would lose. I would lose the game. Oh my goodness. I'm lucky I don't have enough fabric to make 3, because I even limited myself at Joann's. I'm like, no, Daisy, just do the 2. You can make 2. But here we are. This is going to be a really cute theme, and the colors are really cute. And then, of course, when I get bored of this, I can still work on my sunflower journals, which I put them all together, which is why I felt good enough to do this. I can have a lot of projects going at one time, but I really feel uneasy until I have the signatures put together. Once I have the journal made and the signatures sewn in and glued into the journal, somehow I feel like, oh, okay, I could start more projects. Like, I'm literally crazy. I am literally crazy. I need to have somehow like 100 junk journals going at one time. I don't know why. I still have Valentine's Day journals that are not decorated that I started, I don't know, sometime. It's Valentine's Day is such a hard holiday to do, if you ask me, because like you have about a month after Christmas to get it done, less than a month. If you ask me, because nobody's going to buy a Valentine's Day junk journal 2 days before Valentine's Day. So I still need to work on those. I want to have, I like to have my journals out for the holiday season. And the only holiday I ever do is Christmas. And I like to have those journals on sale 3 months before the holiday. And now here we are, technically in a month or so, it's 3 months before Valentine's Day. So luckily, I need to look through what I have for Valentine's Day. I have some things done, but the journals are put together. They even have their dangles. I just didn't decorate them. And so I need to, once, like I said, once the journals are put together, I kind of feel like, okay, now I can start a new journal. Again, I don't know why I feel like that, but I don't feel as overwhelmed if I just have a bunch of done junk journals than if everything was in pieces, you know? So I'm saying once I have my journals, once I have my signatures in my cover and everything all is one piece, you got one journal, I'll be like, okay, I can work on the sunflower journals now. Oh my goodness. I need to get those sunflower journals decorated, but I still have some more decorations I need to do. They're not done. You bought the sunflower bundle. Ooh, thank you, Angie, and I'm glad you love it. I had a lot of fun making those. Those are fun journals. I actually had never made sunflower stuff before, and I know it's a very popular subject, and I just never got to it. But you know what? This is the year I've been kind of knocking them out. I've been working on themes that I've never done before. And I've been, finishing a lot of projects. I feel very proud of myself this year. It's been very productive, even though I spent like half of the year just working on my Etsy shop listings and not really creating. Once I got some time to create, I have been having so much fun. I really have. I need to get back to my Etsy listings, but I've been having so much fun creating new stuff and I kind of switched up my store a little bit, and I'm happy. I'm happy. It's working, and I just need to keep at it. And I'm happy. Let's see. This is a lot already. I only need to make enough for 2 journals of Daisy. Don't do too much. But like I said, I'm just going to do this for an hour. And then that should be more than enough for the 2 journals. It's just such a slow process, but somehow it's very like calming. I don't know what I find so relaxing about this. It's just such a slow process. It's like even hard to mess up. Watch me mess up now, but if you do mess up, it's also easy to fix. I'm wanting to learn how to make my own stuff. Your own stuff, like your own digis. Let's see here. Go here to the middle. I'm hoping I can start getting the signatures ready tonight. Like I said, I'm going to do this for an hour, and then I'll work on the signatures for an hour. That's you guys, like this, like making junk journals, it's not exactly my main job. Like this is my hobby. It's my job and my hobby, but making junk journals is my hobby. Making junk journal kits is my job. So, I do this for an hour or 2 a day, or when I give myself time off, like during the weekends is when I'll do a lot of the mundane things here for my channel. And you want to make digis? Yeah, they're fun to do. They're fun. I have a couple resources on my shop. starting to try and make some resources for digi designers out there. Like I have flowers. I have floral clip art flowers that I have done myself. This, you could check this out, Miss Angie, if you are interested. I'm starting to try to put out more like clip art for more commercial clip art for designers out there that want to start. But digi designing is fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna print a lot tonight while I work. I'm working on some Christmas last minute. For me, this is last minute. Last minute Christmas digis, and then I'm going to. While I do that, I'll be printing the ephemera, all the cards, all the tags, and the clip art that needs to be run through the scan and cut. And I can do that tomorrow during the day. I think that's what I'll do. And then tomorrow at night, possibly, I don't know, we could start possibly sewing this trim onto the pages and possibly sewing in the signatures. And it's going good. It's gonna be good. These should be done in about, I don't know, the embellishments always take me a minute, so we'll see how long that takes. I gotta make pockets, embellishments, there's a lot to do. There's so much to do. But that's why I'm glad my Christmas stuff is done. I don't have to worry about Christmas. I will work on Christmas stuff in December because people expect Christmas content in December, even though actually by December I'm done. I'm done with my digis, I'm done with my journals, I'm done with Christmas by December. But people still expect, Christmas themed content during the holidays, so I'll still be working on stuff. But it won't be for real. Because I'm done. I work on Christmas all year long. All year long. That by Christmas time, if I don't have stuff done, I need to have it done beforehand. Hang on, get some water. Oh, you guys got to cut at a cricket? Cool. My friend has a cricket. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I just always prefer just my scan and cut just because of what I do. It's just easy. But I need to learn how to use SVGs because I do plan on designing SVGs in the near future. It's a very non-junk journal project that I want to start. Business. Somehow I just keep being busy with junk journals. I don't know. My life is just like so obsessed with junk journals that like I finish one junk journal kit and I'm like, oh, let's make another one instead of working on my non-junk journal business prospects. I need to make some time for those, but like I said, I've just been so obsessed with junk journals for so long now. It's tough to be like, let's do something else because I still love it so much. I still love it. Cece, hi Cece. Welcome. Why do I want more lasagna? I want more lasagna. I think I'm going to want another piece of lasagna. It's that bad having 2 pieces of lasagna in a day. Is that bad? It might be bad. I don't know. Miss Cece, it's going, girl. It's going. Got these ruffles over here happening. Is it bad? Perhaps. Perhaps, but I don't know. I just want more lasagna. Okay, we're putting this fabric underneath. Kind of got to go with like a soft, slow touch kind of when it comes to changing out the fabrics. But it's nothing that can't be practiced, you know? I've done these ruffles so much. I've done these ruffles so many times in so many themes. Probably make these in my sleep right about now. And I'm like obsessed with this trim. Sometimes I just sew some lace on here and call it a day, but this trim is for the good journals. You know what I mean? The nice journals. I do normally only use this trim on, the more pricier journals. Just because, it just takes time to do it. It takes time. And I used to spend a lot of time making this, just having like large stockpiles of it, but I kind of stopped, and now I have to make I have to make some for every journal as they come. But I have a big old bag. I always have a big old bag of 1-inch strips of fabric. Always. It's anytime I'm bored, I'll sit there and cut fabric. Like when I have no energy to do anything, I'll just sit there and cut fabric strips for my trim from different fabrics. And so any other time that I'm bored and I feel like sewing, I'll just sit there and make trim. But usually that has not been happening. I've just been making trim as I need per project and kind of calling it a day. But it's all there ready for me if I feel like it, which kind of helps, make me feel like it. Like luckily right here today, I had all this already cut up. So when I was looking through my fabric, I was thinking, I can make probably use all my fabrics and make a nice ruffle. But then I thought, what, this fabric kind of fits the theme. And I'm just going to use this fabric. Because it was already all cut up. They're super long strips, so that makes, trying to make a lot of it pretty easy. And so whenever I'm feeling very uninspired in my craft room, I pretty much do the mundane things. I'll cut my scrap paper down to 8.5 by 11. Sorry. Do that. There's other papers that I could cut down. Organize my fabric stash. Look and see what I have. There's a lot of things to do, even if you don't feel like crafting, that you could kind of set yourself up to, when you feel like crafting, all the hard work is already kind of done, and so you just get to crafting, So that's kind of how I like to spend my time. Spend my time even when I'm not crafting. I'm still like in my craft room doing something, moving stuff around. I still need to organize my stamps in my craft room. They are like, there's literally no organization. With my stamps, there's no organization with my die cuts, and that might be impeding me into wanting to go over there and play with them. So I need to figure something out with my dies and my stamps, because they are literally a mess. They are just everywhere. And normally my craft room is not like that. But I have yet to find a system for organizing my stamps and my die cuts that I can stick to. So far, it's mostly my stamps that are a problem. My my die cuts, although I have a bucket that I kind of throw them into. Miss Angie, you have yourself a good night, darling. Um, there's the there's this shoebox that I will kind of go through my dies, and I have them organized by like the type that they come in, the pack that they came in. You know, all the sizes with all the different variation sizes. They're all organized in just little sandwich bags. And that works, except for when I'm lazy and I don't want to put them back into their sandwich bags. So they're all just in this shoebox till I can get to it. But I don't know if there is a better system. I've seen other people's ways of dealing with it, and it just seems like so much. I don't really want to deal with it. So I haven't really found a way to organize specifically my stamps that I like, because I don't know, I'm kind of bummed out with my stamps currently because most of them are like acrylic, and somehow for some reason they melt. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's too hot, maybe it's near the wall, it shouldn't be, I don't know. But my stamps melt, and it's so discouraging because why are my stamps melting? But it's possibly maybe I'm not treating them right. Maybe I'm not putting them the way they need to be. I don't know, but it's so sad. But I really need to go through my stamps. They're a mess. They are such a mess. I need to go through there, and I need to figure something out. Because normally I would just keep them in the clear plastic containers, plastic sleeves they come in. But those break. It's so easy for those plastic sleeves to rip. And I don't know if I should. Maybe I need to start investing in those polyacrylic envelopes that like the close to my heart stamps come in. Maybe I need to do that because the plastic sleeves that the stuff comes in is not very strong. And I also get lazy about putting stuff back. Sometimes they also have their own shoebox. I just kind of throw them in. Maybe that's why they're melting. I don't know. I don't quite know why my stamps are melting. But I've seen it posted about it in other Facebook groups, and it happens, I guess. It's a thing. It's a thing that happens. And I'm always surprised when it does. Because it's just weird and gross, and they literally turn to mush. It's so weird. And I don't know if that happens with rubber stamps. I don't know if I should invest more in rubber stamps over acrylic stamps. I don't know. Okay, we are going with the Ruffles. We'll do this for 7 more minutes, but I'm pretty sure I have enough Ruffles for 2 journals. I don't think I need more than this. But we will see. We will see. Don't exactly try and match up the lines or anything on this pattern. It doesn't bother me. And then you will wear this down. It'll start to get all, the paint will kind of start to crease. And that's, like I said, you don't really want to make like 1 or 2. You want to make yourself a couple. So that way you can switch if you're gonna do a lot of this, which I normally would, because I normally make like 20 junk journals. But anyways, we're just making just enough for 2. So I believe this will be good enough. I can start working on my signatures. I need to get my papers together, pockets, all that needs to get done. Ooh, I want lasagna. Do I want lasagna? Or maybe I'll have my hubby pick me up something. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, thank goodness I sat there and cut out all this fabric one day, because good thing, because it helped me out right now. Get this done so much faster. Okay. 5 minutes on the clock. And then signature time. I could literally spend days doing this. It's kind of, I mean, it's not exciting. Obviously, it's not riveting. But it's exciting to see it come together. It's exciting to see how much you make. It's exciting to see how long it gets. Letitia, hi Letitia. I love it when I'm done and I like roll it up. It's the size of my head. Love seeing a big old pile of Ruffles. Sad to use them up, but it's always fun to see a big old pile of Ruffles. Or pleats, whatever you want to call them. Miss Letitia, what are you doing? What are you cooking? You're always cooking something. What's for dinner tonight, Letitia? You getting ready for work? Okay, you already ate dinner. Have a good night, Miss Letitia. She's always cooking something. She's always making me hungry. Again, the big old strips kind of make this easier to go by because I don't have to keep switching fabrics. Not that that takes long, but it's just a little half step less. Oh. Okay. Sometimes it is a little bit hard to get the fabric all the same size, but even when one fabric is slightly smaller, it's not the biggest deal. I think I got these pretty uniform. I haven't seen that many irregularities. Okay. Ooh, my back. I have to work around the camera, and I'm kind of looking at my sewing machine kind of from the left. The camera is literally right in front of my face, so I have to look slightly to the left. I think it's making my back hurt because my back has not hurt all day. I have been kind of okay all day, and right now I'm like overlooking, and my neck, my back is like, ow. It's like, what are you doing? I'm going to do a lot of printing tonight. My printer is just going to be going and going and going. Yep. A little piece of fuzz. Yeah, it's not a bug. I had to check. It's a piece of fuzz. I'm like, nuh-uh. Beverly, hi Beverly dear. How are you today? How are ya? Ooh. Oh, okay, the hour's done. I'm just gonna finish this one and I'm gonna switch to signatures. I got a lot done in an hour, if you ask me. I'm glad you're doing good today, Miss Beverly. Go ahead. Still some thread here. It was currants. These would have been actually really cute curtains. Well, they were like, what are they called? Valance, something like that. It's not like the full curtain. It's just like the top part of the curtain. The fancy decorative part of the curtain. It's called a valance or something. I don't know. Yes, a valance. Ooh, look at me. I'm so fancy. Okay. Let's see. Normally, I need to roll it up because that makes me happy, but maybe I'll just do this off camera because it's kind of boring. Hang on, let me clean up my desk a little bit. Let me get stuff out of the way a little bit. Gotta change modes. Get my sewing machine out the way. Let me move y'all. You guys gotta move. Up high. Could have been even higher. Possibly. One moment. Okay. So, got 2 journals. And let me see, did I leave anything on my printer? No. Where's my phone? I gotta check and see if my husband said anything. But hang on, I'm trying to get you guys in focus. I'm trying to. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I have these 2. I always organize my journals in these plastic zip envelopes. They're supposed to be zip envelopes, but some of them don't really zip anymore. They just end up coming off. Anyways, they're still good. I've had these for a number of years. Anyway, so I need to get these journal pages. Hang on. There's some of them that I printed with like the official patterns of the kit. And the ones that I printed with DigiPapers, basically that kind of match the kit. Maybe I should release those. I don't know. This is that. Okay, so these are those. Okay, so let me see, because I printed. How many of these was it? Just want to make sure I get these divided properly. So there's 2 of these. There is one of these. these. What is this? What is this? This is hang on, I'm trying to get situated. Okay, so these are the only ones that are the same. So let's get these into one kit, these into the other. So we have these separated. And then I guess these just make sure they don't have the same pattern. Yeah, just want to make sure they all have different patterns. This one doesn't have this one. Could use this blue one, I guess. These are all different except for this one. So I need to switch this one for something here that's not in here. Let's do this one here. Switch for this one over here. Oh wait, no, these are the same. Oh my goodness, of course. This one and this one. Those are all different. Okay. And then you go over here, and then you go over here. Okay. So these are going to go in here. These are going to go in here. Of course, I didn't put it in there because I still need to check my head. Okay, so I have these pages here then that also need to get separated. I just need to make sure that this page isn't already in here. This journal kit has 12 journal. No, it has more than that. Sorry, I'm like talking and I don't know what I'm talking about. So this journal kit has 17 total journal pages. There's some pattern pages as well as journal pages. Okay, check out the kit and my other sewing printables at this link here. Sewing printables. I think I misspelled printables. Okay. So this one is not this right here. So let's make sure this doesn't have it. Oh, this has two of these. Which is not good. Hang on, what did I just do? Thought this was a good way to do it, but now I'm like all upside down. I'm all turned upside down. Okay. I think okay, I don't know. We'll see. Each of the journals gets 12 journal pages. So that's what I need to divide. That's what I need to divide up. This doesn't have this page. This doesn't have this page. This one is neither of these sets over there. This one right here. I think this is neither of these kits. Just double check, but no. So we'll put it over here. So here, this one. I think I have an either. No, I don't. So I'll go over here. And again, I printed these out with some just some graphics that I have to work with for, and I actually make printables. Let me see. I think I already put this one in here. Was it? Was it? Hang on, I could have swore I put this one somewhere. I guess I have it, oddly enough. Okay, this one. They should all have the same pages. Like, there's 12 of these journal pages, and then there's 5 pattern papers. So both of these kits have the same pages. I make sure that for my journals, I normally put 4 journal pages, 4 of the actual kit pages per signature. And so this kit being 12 pages, it's like pretty much just like perfect number of pages. Let's see, do I have this one somewhere? No, I don't. So oh, yes, I do. It's right here. It's right there, of course. Okay, so I'll go over here. These scissors, we're almost done with these pages. They're only out of order because I wanted to print the pattern papers, and I didn't want all one kit to get pink and then all the other kits to get, you know, gray or whatever. So I kind of mixed up the pages. This is done on purpose, deliberately. I deliberately sabotaged myself. Okay, so this doesn't have it. And now this page here. Same. That is the same. So that goes over here. And let's see, does this one have this? Try to check. No. No. Okay, so that goes over here. Okay, so make sure this has, I believe it should be 12. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. I'll cut this down. I just don't feel like doing it right now. Just not right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, these are 12. Okay, perfect. You guys. Now, each of these gets 3 of my, I have these pockets. I have these treat bags. So each of them gets 1 per signature. So that's 3 and 3. I need 6 of my pockets. Each of them will have this pocket, which is a nice little print. They would probably let you with this pocket as well, this like teal. I don't have any pink. Now that I think about it, why don't I have any pink? I should probably order some pink pockets. That would make more sense. Okay, so then there's this one too. Gray, yeah, there's some gray in the color scheme, so it'll kind of work. Okay, so there's that. That goes in there. And then I also need papers, which are just like my general papers I always put in my signature. So like line papers, graph paper, you know, those kind of papers. So let me grab my stash here. Since it's only 2 journals, I don't need that much. And music sheet papers. I've been liking to adding music sheet papers to my signatures. I just like it. And yeah, let's do that. So, oops. I have, so let's see. I always do like kind of this like little equation. Just kind of map things out the way they're supposed to be. I'm kind of familiar with what's supposed to go in my signatures now, but I basically have about 12 pages I can put. So there's going to be, and that's per signature. Sometimes if you're new, and even me, because I'll forget things, I like to map things out so that way I know what pages are going to go in here. And it also helps if you're making a lot of journals to kind of keep yourself organized and to make it all go kind of faster. Now, I normally make my journals kind of uniform, so all the journals kind of have the same pages, just to make it go easier. So 4 pages are going to be the JJ Kit pages. Okay, so now I have 8 pages to go. And then we're going to have, I normally have 2 book pages. I'm going to have possibly a recipe book, or I'm going to look through my stash and see if there's like another book that I like better. But anyways, so 1 per signature, so I need 3 in each envelope. And I always, like I said, when I'm bored, I'll cut my pages down. All my journals always have the pages at 8 by 10. So I know everything needs to be cut down to 8 by 10. So all my book pages, whenever I'm bored, I'll cut those down to 8 by 10. So that way when I make journals, it's a lot easier. So I'm going to use, so then there's these 3 writing papers. Do I have anything else to add here? Oh yeah, I have this, I bought these green ledger pad from the thrift shop the other day. So maybe I'll want to add this to the stash. I need to cut them down to 8 by 10, but I could possibly cut this down and put it in here. So that would be it. So then there's 4 lined pages, lined pages. You always want to have lined pages. 4 lined pages, so that's 6. So now I have 6 pages down here. I'm going to put 2 JJ cards. So I have some big journal cards that I like to use as signature pages. So we'll include those. So now we have 8, 10, 12. So that's my 12 pages basically. So that's good. I need to have 3 graph paper, 4, 8, 10. Yeah, that's 12. 4, 4, 4. So I gotta put my graph paper in here. I like this lined paper. It's called Newsprint lined paper. It's basically packing paper that they printed these lines are, and I love this paper. I got it from Amazon. Love, love, love it. I used to be able to get it at the dollar store, and then I couldn't find it anymore. And so I had to buy it on Amazon. I bought a big old ream of it. Then I also like to include just some regular notebook paper. Again, cut down 8 by 10. Everything should be cut down 8 by 10. Some things may not be, but everything should be cut down 8 by 10. So now we need this over here. Okay, so those are our pages. And then I'm going to need doilies, of course. I will need some doilies, and I need another book page. I need doilies and a book page. What book? I don't think I have any sewing books. Maybe that would have been something good to get at the thrift shop. Maybe I can check at the thrift shop soon. I don't know. So I'll leave the sewing book page. I have a book about quilting. Maybe I'll look at those pages and I'll decide to add some of those. So now let's look at my doilies. I always like to add doilies to the mix. I have my doilies. Okay. So let's see. I have This doily, I like to do 3 doilies per signature. So I know each signature will need 3 of these. I mean, each Ziploc container here is going to need 3 of these doilies. And this way I don't forget them. Sometimes I'll forget things. Sometimes. Just sometimes. And these doilies, do I have these cool doilies? I guess we could use some of the black and white. These are from Doodlebug. Got them years and years ago. Let's see, I'm gonna add some colorful doilies. Why not? Here's blue. And I could add pink for sure. We'll add a lot of pink. I want 2 of these pink ones. And then there's also some green in the journal. Let me just make sure. I don't want to put too many in here. It's not a big deal, but so I do it like this, and I need 3 per pile here, so that's 3, and then put this green, no, don't have green one, or yellow. Yellow doesn't really go with the scheme though. Maybe we'll just put a white one here. Why not? So that's the 3 piles for the 3 signatures. Oop, oop, oop. These weren't supposed to go with it. What happened? Hang on. I grabbed too many doilies somewhere, somehow. 2 and 3. Okay, this is it. This is it, Daisy. Okay. Let's get the 3 doilies over here. Daisy, can you share the link to these doilies? Yeah, I can. Let's see here. I know I have them somewhere. Here they are. These are this really cool multi-sized white doilies. And then these are the little round doilies, the colorful doilies. The polka dot ones are from Doodlebug. I don't have a link for those. Oh. I have these. I forgot. These are also from Doodlebug. I bought these from a pack a long time ago. Long time ago, I bought this pack. So when they're gone, they're gone. And I've looked them up. I bought these on eBay, and they were like pretty inexpensive. And then I go back to look at them again because I want them, and they're all expensive. I was like, well, it took me years and years and years to use up the ones that I had, so I guess I got what I got. So sad. So somebody must have been like destashing on eBay, and I just happened to find them. Okay, so those are these doilies. Go in here. What else do I need? I need to print the cards. I got the doilies. I want to say that's it. Well, I always say I need to cut down. I need to cut these down. So I got this at the thrift shop. There's really not much to buy at these thrift stores. I don't know if I went on the wrong day. Maybe I went at the end of the day on a very busy day. I don't know, but I didn't really find much. But I was able to find these pretty cool ledger paper. Not vintage or anything. I think it's from like Office Depot. But if you coffee dyed it, it could have been cool. I got it for $2, which honestly they need to sell stuff for $1. But $2 is still okay. $2 is still doable. Okay. Still have about 30 minutes on the clock, so I'm gonna get to trimming. covers down. Of course, I'm using my Precision paper cutter. I don't know if it'll cut all these at the same time. I'm going to use my fancy industrial cutter the rest of this. I love that cutter. Some nice local viewer contacted me and she's like, do you want this paper cutter? I was like, what? It's so cool. I'll take it. And she dropped it off. So nice. So generous. So generous. And then we're going to make this by 8 by 10. No. We are good on size. We are 8 by 10. So now, these get put in here. These are a nice find. I always like finding ledger papers. It's always a good day when I find ledger papers at the thrift shop. So let's just take some time and we'll just trim these scrapbook papers. I don't know if I'm going to have to do one at a time. I don't know. I always hate it when I would cut it at the wrong spot. So like they're not all the same. So I guess technically what I want to do is I want to cut this out Daisy, not the other side. I do a lot of printing on the back of scrapbook papers and just, I don't know what happened to my stash of scrapbook papers. I don't know what I did. I also can't remember the last time I actually did buy scrapbook paper. So I guess it's been a while. I guess that's why I can't find it. It's been a while since I purchased scrapbook paper. Well, luckily, I looked at my digi stash of what I call my stock photos, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have pattern paper, digi files. Why not print those? I can change the color, make them, to the color scheme of the journal, and we can do that. That way I don't have to go to the store. Because I hate asking my husband to do stuff before work, because who wants to go out and go to Joann's before work except for me and you guys. So I was like, I'm not going to torture him. I'll just print out. I'll just change the color of these papers and print them out because I just don't want to leave the house. Luckily, it worked out. And like I said, I had to reset my printer. My printer pooped on me. But luckily, I know how to fix it. Luckily, I knew what to do. I normally don't do this part on camera because it's kind of boring. But it's part of the journey here. Cutting stuff down to size. It's just part of the process. But tomorrow, I should possibly be ready to, like I said, sew on the trim and sew the signatures in. I think it could happen tomorrow. It's coming together, you guys. It's coming together. I really need to get a move on those Valentine's Day journals. Because like I said, you're working on Christmas stuff. Next thing you know, bam, it's Valentine's Day. I need to get those listed. But first, I've got to get everything decorated. I have to pull out my Valentine's Day stash. I don't even know what I have made. I have no idea. But those need to get done. And I also have a pile of, what are they called? I made my rainbow quilt, rainbow patchwork covers a long time ago because when I made one, you might as well basically make 6 of them. And so I have a bunch of those covers made. I got to do them. I got to make those into journals as well. So there's so much to do. There's always so much to do in my craft room. I don't know how you guys feel about your craft room, but there's always something to do here. I I've been working on junk journals for, I don't know, like 6-7 years now. And I'm still not bored, you guys. I still love it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. There's always something new to work on. There's always a new theme, new colors. It's just always fun. Always, always fun. And I'm going to leave a link down below. After I go live, I'll fix it. But I'm going to link all of my design team members that are going to be a part of this event. So you can go follow them beforehand and you can check out the products. So I'll do that after I go live, after I finish live. And that way we can all get better acquainted with each other. Ms. Beverly says her craft room is a nightmare. Ooh, girl. Luckily, mine's under control. Just don't look at my... Don't look at my stamp and die cut shelf because that is a mess. That is a mess. That's the only part of my craft room that I'm like, oh God, don't look there. Don't look there. It's a mess. It's a mess. How did I forget to do this part of here? I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, oh, I got a half hour. I could technically be warming up my lasagna. I could be warming up a lasagna right now. That's, if you want to know what I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Going. The lasagna can wait, Daisy. Get to work. I was cutting papers and prepping my journal, not cleaning up after, which is not normally me, LMAO. It happens, girl. It happens. You know, my craft room is not normally like that clean. Like it's normally not like spotless. I have a table that basically serves more of a shelf type of purpose. But I don't mind a mess. I can work in a mess until I literally can't anymore. It does get to that point, and it can take a little bit for it to get to that point, but it does get to that point where it's like I really cannot work unless I clean. But also I'm lucky in that like I craft mainly on this table here. So if the rest of my room is a mess, if this table is clear, I can still work on stuff. I can pile things off to the corners, and as long as this table is clean, the room is still technically functional. So that's how I keep myself still productive. But it happens from time to time. My craft room is a mess. It happens. Sometimes you're just having too much fun creating. You don't even notice. You don't even notice that it looks like a bomb exploded in your room. It happens to the best of us. It really does. It really does. Now I'm thinking right here, there could be, I could possibly, these pages in the back with the ladies, I could make those less transparent, and also like maybe I could sell like a coordinating paper pack with the colors and stuff. Possibly that'd be a good idea, because right now I'm looking at it like, oh, I would love to have that as a background, actually. I love that. Like I'm throwing stuff on my trash can right now, but my trash can is overfilled. So that doesn't really help much. It really doesn't. But it's still, I'm still okay with it. And luckily, like my husband, he understands. He's like, well, I'm like, my room is a mess. And he's like, well, you know, it's your job. So if your room is in a mess, then you're probably not working, and that's not a good thing. He's like, it's craft, it's supposed to be messy. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you for understanding. But also, like, my craft room is in the middle of this is my living room. So it's in the middle of the house. So to get to the kitchen, to get to the door, you have to pass through my craft room. And so I just have to make sure that I have the clear path. I just have to make sure I keep a clear path to the kitchen. There's a lot of space still, luckily for me, to make a mess and still have a path to the kitchen. So it could be a while for my room to get cleaned up. It happens. It does happen. Okay, so I got all my pages cut down. Like I said, I put in some cool scrapbook paper on the back of them and the colors of the journal. Some of them have the actual pattern paper that come with the journal. Yeah, this is a great way to get technically pattern color coordinated paper. Great idea, Daisy. Good thing I thought about that 5 minutes before I went live. And you know what else I'll do? I'm gonna cut open these bags. These bags have to be open on one side. So I just cut off a sliver. I don't really measure it. It's just literally a sliver. But they have to be open on one side. These are just some awesome paper treat bags that I found on Amazon. I need to get my Amazon page together. Hopefully soon. Let's cut out these other pages. Hang on, let me text my husband. Hopefully he'll see it. Okay. I'm asking him, should we eat lasagna or you want to bring something home? I love this lasagna and I'll eat it again. I really don't mind, but sometimes he's like, I'll bring something home. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what he says. Otherwise, I'm turning on the oven right now. Because I'll eat lasagna again. No problem. Did y'all see that Hobby Lobby has their Christmas paper pads on sale? I almost bought some. I thought about it. I added them to the cart and then I backed out. Because I just bought a big old bin of scrapbook paper, Christmas scrapbook paper. So I'm like, do I need more Christmas scrapbook paper? Like, honestly, I don't. Like, I don't need more Christmas scrapbook paper. I was so tempted, though. I was so tempted. I still might even go back. It was like $4.99. There's this little bug. There's this, it was their 8.5 by 11 scrapbook paper pads that were on sale. I saw them online. I didn't go to Hobby Lobby, but I saw them online. They were pretty cute. But they don't have any of the 12 by 12, just the 8.5 by 11, which I guess. Let me see. These papers are so cute, you guys. I really went all out with these collages. Oh, I love it. I love it. This journal is so cute. My next, like I said, I got some Christmas kits to finish. And then my next junk journal kit theme is going to be tea and desserts. And it's going to be adorable. It's going to be so cute. Just got to get over this little Christmas hump. Got to get over these Christmas kits and I can get started on that. I need to sweep my desk. That's what I need to do. That's what I really need to do. Okay. And of course, while I'm doing all that, I need to prepare myself for going to go see my mom. I'm so excited to see my mother. Gonna go in about a month for, I don't know, I think it's like 8 days or 9 days or something. Something like that. Should be fun. If anything, if we're just sitting there in the living room watching TV, that's fine. As long as my mom, like when we were like in church growing up, like if I ever sat next down to her, I'd always tell her, touch my hand. So she'd always like pet my hand, just like it's just like touch my hand. If I could just sit on the couch and have her pet my hand for 9 days, I'd be so happy. And then to eat her food, I want her to make me some fried eggs. I am afraid to fry eggs. I don't know what it is about fried eggs, with all the oil popping. I don't normally fry anything, really. I pan fry. I have not gotten into frying. So she'll make me some fried eggs. Ooh. Some fried eggs. I don't know. I'm excited to eat fried eggs, you guys. Fried eggs are best. Okay, let's see here. I wonder what the weather is like in Mississippi. Miss Jude. I'm glad you're happy, Miss Jude. I try to make it real special for you. I did some extra work for you, but you're worth it. So thank you for your support. I want to say thank you to you as well. Give you some extra special love. Thank you, dear. So now I'm working on this little sewing journal here. You already got the kit too, Miss Jude. I hope you like it as much as I do, because I love it. Of course, Miss Jude, of course. Of course. And I sent off Miss Patricia's journal today. Dropped it off at the post office. You should have gotten the information on Etsy as well. I sent her the information too. So we're all in for it. We're all in for it. Hi, Pam. How are you, dear? Hello. So strange only doing 2 journals. It's so strange. So strange. I feel like this is flying by. Even though, of course, we still have a long way to go. But the journal's almost made, which to me is crazy because it's only day 2. It's only day 2. So the fact that I'm almost done is crazy. But of course, the making the journal, getting the signatures together is the fast part. It's the decorating, because I have to make custom embellishments. I don't have any sewing theme embellishments. I'll have to look up ideas. We'll have some fun. I've never done a sewing theme journal, so we'll have to spend some time making some pretty embellishments and whatnot. I was gonna say, I didn't see Z. Did I miss Mazina? I don't think did I miss it? Maybe she's saying Miss Beverly, Miss LaTanya used to come on and say, no, Miss Letitia, sorry, Miss. I feel like my mother running through all these names before I get to the name I want to. Miss Letitia used to be like, hi, Zena. I'm like, Zena's here? I haven't seen. She's like, oh, I'm saying hi to her. So when she comes in, she'll see that I said hi to her. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, my goodness. Let's get these pages cut out. And then, of course, the most boring part of everything is folding everything in half. So I will bore you with that part, but I did want to, put 2 hours on the clock. So I still have 15 minutes. Maybe I'll start folding. I don't know. Maybe we will start folding, perhaps. I'm pretty much done cutting here. Pretty much. These pages look so pretty. Oh, you're calling her in. You're calling her psychically in. Okay. Let's see. These paper bags to do. gotta buy a pink one of these. I don't know why I don't have any pink treat bags. That's crazy. That is literally crazy. Okay, so are these the right size? Something is not the right size. I remember last time doing this, something was not the right size. It was like this. Yeah, it was this. This was, I don't know if I grabbed the wrong pile, the ones that I didn't cut down, but these were, that was it. That was it. Hang on, I gotta cut these other ones down. Start maybe folding, perhaps. Yes, these are cut down. Okay, let's see, these are 8. Okay. All right, so we still have like 15 minutes on the clock. Let me get my scoreboard. We can get to folding. I'm always so embarrassed when I pull this board out. I really need to buy myself a new one. But this is still perfectly functional. Hubby said, who did all that work? He said, it's so girly. The prints are stunning. Thank you. And thanks to your husband. Okay, so like I said, this is like the dingiest, grossest, most broken. I could possibly clean it, but like it's really busted. At some point, I like cut stuff with like a pocket knife, not a pocket knife, a box cutter, and it like cut into some of the cracks. I've had this thing for years, like a literal years, and I don't know, it still works. somehow it still works. I just keep it around. I just really like folding my papers on it. I don't like score them. Just put them up against the edge here and then put these up against the edge, and it kind of helps me fold it in half a little bit better than if I did it, one by one. But I've been considering buying a new one just because this one's kind of embarrassing. I had this since my card years, and that's been a long time. So I've had this thing maybe 10 years. I think it's been 10 years since I bought this thing because I've been making journals for 6-7 years now, and I've been making cards even longer. So it might even be even longer than that. Is this not the right size? This is not the right size. Why are these two papers not the right size? Why? I think this is the only tool that has survived my card making days. I think everything else is from, my more recent era. But I think I want to say this is like the last of my card and scrapbooking day stuff. Those are the wrong size. I don't know why. Now apparently I need to spend some time making sure everything's the right size because I could have swore it was, but apparently it's not. Oh, Miss Jude, I'm so glad you love it. Thank you. I had so much fun making them. So much fun making them. Thank you for your support, for ordering them, for liking them. Thank you. Too kind. I kind of decided I'm over making them for now. Every once in a while, I'll still pull out my scrap fabric and I'll just sew some stuff together. But whew, it was like I was on that for a minute. I was doing that for quite a while. Like that's all I wanted to do. It's kind of out of my system now. So thank you. These pages look so cute, you guys. They are adorable. And then I'm so glad I used these. I just changed the color of some stock pictures I had. It looks really cute. I'm so happy. So happy. So happy. This is what I'm going to do. Oh my God. Miss Beverly. I was going to say hi, but it's Miss Beverly. It's Miss Beverly. Thank you, Jude. Thank you. I really tried. I really tried. Okay, let's see. We got 9 minutes on the clock. Still get some of these folded. Oh my goodness. So like I said, I'm going to do a lot of printing tonight. I'm going to do a lot of scan and cut tomorrow during the day. And then we'll go live again, of course, same time, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I will possibly be sewing in signatures. We should be at that point. We should be at that point. You gotta sew the trim on, and then we can sew in the signatures, but I think that can get done tomorrow. And then the next day, of course, we'll glue them in to the cover and get to making on the embellishments. That's what I need to do the most. Okay. So those are all the journal pages. So let's get these pockets done. Did my husband answer? No, he didn't. Boo. Boo. Just boo. Just scoring on this, folding on this scoreboard, like I said, just makes me feel better. I always fold my pages like this. It just helps me. Sometimes they're so crooked, but I don't get mad at it. Oh yeah, we also gotta fold the doilies. The doilies gotta be folded. Oh, then we still have this page here. Okay, these pages and the doilies. And then everything's folded. Literally cannot fathom that I'm only making 2 journals. I'm over here like, that's it? That's it? There's nothing else to do? Crazy. Just crazy. And these don't have to go exactly in the middle. Sometimes I do like to, like this is a mirrored image, you know, so I'll fold it in the mirrored way, and that's just the easiest way to do it. But these little ones, I don't really worry about them being perfectly even. It's all good. It's all good. Like this one right here, again, I'll bring it to the mirrored part. And fold. And then fold. So by the time you see these signatures tomorrow, everything will be folded, and I might even have them in order of how they're going to be in the signature. I should, because I said tomorrow we're going to sew in the trim, so they has to get done. So much to do, but it's all the boring parts. it's all the non-exciting parts, but we all got to get done. We got to get done. Let's see how much this next one we could do. Again, check out my sewing themed journals, journal printables. You can check them out right here. Okay. Back to work. There's so much to do, guys. There's so much. I am just so happy that I stumbled upon junk journals like 10 years ago. So happy. It's literally kept me busy ever since. Ever since I discovered junk journals, my life has fallen apart. I'm just kidding. My life has fallen apart ever since I've discovered junk journals. It's just so much fun. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get tired of them, but you know what? It's been 10 years, and I still, every day, I'm like, what do we do? What are we doing today, you know? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna put together today? That's all I care about. Finish one journal. Oh, if you're new, let me tell you, run now. Quit now while you're at. I'm just kidding. It's just so much fun. There's always somebody to watch. There's always somebody else to get inspiration from. There's the Facebook groups. I'm sure they're everywhere else. YouTube channels. There's so much to do. And I love that, you know, for the most part, honestly, 99% women. I mean, 99.9% women. So I love the fact that, like, women basically are my exclusive clients. When people ask for male stuff, I'm like, I'm probably not your girl. Probably not your girl. I will try and do like a themed vintage gentleman's stuff, but that's it's in my mind. It's in my mind to do. But I mean, if I do flowery, girly stuff, people love it. And that's kind of all I love to make, to be honest. I don't know if I can make a junk journal kit without flowers. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I can make a junk journal without flowers. Like everything, I put flowers in everything. So for me to do men's stuff, I'm like, what? What flowers? What flowers do men like? They probably like all flowers. You'll be able to relax when you get to be with mom. Yes, I'm going to go with my mom. And you know what? It might drive me crazy. It might drive me crazy. I'm not taking any junk journal stuff. I'm not taking any computer stuff. They don't have a computer. It's just going to be me and my thoughts and my mom. Me and my parents. So I also have it's also going to be her friend and her other friend. It's going to be a full house. But for me, I'm going to have nothing. I'm going to have no junk journal stuff. I will be resting both my brain and my hands. My hands could use a break. It's going to be, might be a little shocking. It might be a little scary now that I'm thinking about it out loud. Now that you mention it, Miss Jude, I'm like, oh God, I can't. I'm only going to take a backpack. I don't even have space to pack anything else up, or I have to take. So I'm just like going to take my clothes and that's it. So I'm probably going to do a lot of, you know, web surfing, getting ideas, possibly. But now that you mention it, Miss Jude, now I'm all scared. Now I'm all shook. Because you can use, yeah, I'm going to do some eco dyeing. I'm gonna eco dye. Maybe I'll take some tags and do some eco dyeing. It's probably all I can do out there. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be like, Ma, I gotta do something. You got leaves? You gotta have leaves? They got leaves. There's a lot of plant in Mississippi. I don't do eco dyeing here because there's really not a variety of plants that I could use. Over there's going to be a nice variety. I will get some nice eco dyeing done. Oh my goodness. Dogwood? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, girl. But there is this one thing in my video game called Dogwood Die-Off or something. I don't know. I think it has to do with some trees. Thistle? Oh my goodness. Have you done eco dyeing before, Miss Jude? I've never tried it myself. I've never done eco dyeing. But I think you need like rusty like keys or something, right? Okay, look at me. I got everything folded for all the journals. Look at me. So we'll get the signatures together. We'll be ready to sew in the trim tomorrow. Look at me. 2 hours. I got so much done, you guys. I am done with this live for tonight, but we will be live again tomorrow. So come back and join me for some more fun. Thank you to everybody who is following me along on this journey. We're just getting started, you guys, but I think we're making pretty good progress. So again, if you like watching junk journals from start to finish, step by step, very detailed instructions, come by and check me out. And if you are in the market for junk journals and junk journal printables, please check out my store over at TsunamiRose.net. Links are down below. Check out my design team that is also participating in this YouTube hop. I'll link them down below. Everybody, thank you so much for your conversation, your companionship. Thank you, Miss Beverly, Miss Jude. Everybody else who greeted me and said hi. Thank you guys so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.